Hi, I'm Michelle Wells, here with the Setlist at the Poorhouse in downtown Raleigh, and I'm talking with Triplicity.
Hello.
Hi, guys.
Hello.
So I loved when I went to your Facebook page that under genre, it just said, "You tell us." Who decided to put that there?
Yeah, that's his idea, but honestly, that's the best way to put it because we are an instrumental band, first of all, and we like to try and keep all styles on the table. That is to say, all of us have a varied background, and whenever we feel like throwing something new in, we don't want there to be any kind of division or walls up to prevent that.
Oh, the limitations. Amazing.
Limitations
That's
is a much
awesome.
better word.
So tell me more about what it's like to be an instrumental band. You guys, so you play with other bands that do usually have a vocalist, right?
Yontz is the virtual singer.
I'm the virtual singer.
Good way to put it.
Okay,
That's
explain
the running
that.
joke.
Yeah,
That's the
it's a
running joke.
but it's a good one. Why is that?
Well, the way I've kind of looked at it is as far as what's different. If you've got a good song, usually when you have a vocalist, you have someone telling a story. And that brings a little bit of variety to each one of the verses. We don't have that. So we tend to make songs that have maybe at most 2 verses and have a lot of different changes to keep it interesting for the person when you don't have a voice to listen to, a voice to relate to, you don't have a story to follow. So it does make the songs take a little bit more divergent directions to make them interesting.
Yeah, but we think the audience that we're cultivating, because we're very much in the formative stages, wants to come along with us on that ride, because we view it very much like a ride. The reason we come up with these diverse parts and try and see what works and what doesn't is to sort of say, well, where would we envision this song going to keep things interesting and to make people feel like they went somewhere every time they hear a song and then they're coming back by the end of it. Often our songs, as crazy as they can sometimes be, they do have a formula whereby at the end we've sort of come back full circle.
And it's strongly melodically based as well, in that in the way that there's not a singer per se. It's an instrumental music that allows for kind of an idea of a world melody that people can all relate to. Not unlike some of the kind of the Cliffs of Dover, Eric Johnson kind of idea. It was and then there's Teen Town or actually Birdland of Weather Report was very much
Instrumental.
over the top and popular with a lot of wonderful melodies that people remember as well, in the same sense that a melody with a vocalist might be.
And John touches on something really important. There isn't as much instrumental music anywhere nowadays, we think. Certainly not in anything we would call contemporary radio, be it terrestrial or satellite-based. And that's a shame, because some of the biggest hits to come out of the 60s and 70s, as John just alluded to, were instrumental songs. People remember the melodies, even though there wasn't a voice singing them, per se.
Yeah.
We'd like to see some of that come back. We're doing our fair share toward that end.
Okay, so I read you guys' blog.
Great, okay.
So do you all contribute to that, or is there a certain writer?
That's mostly Frank.
yeah,
Okay,
it's
mostly Frank.
me, yeah.
So I got some things off of the
Oh my
blog that I
God,
wanted
I'm
to
so
ask you
sorry.
about. First of all, I'm wondering, I read about you guys becoming very popular in the Netherlands, and about you're trying to be the David Hasselhoff, thank you, of Germany. You want to be what David Hasselhoff is to Germany.
We want to be able to
to the
touch the ground in
Netherlands.
the Netherlands and have the same reaction the
Yes,
Beatles got in
how
New
is
York.
that going? How is that
So
going?
far, our
They're gonna
quest.
they're going to tune all their strings to G.
Okay.
Help
G
him in.
string, like David Hasselhoff.
You know,
Yes.
No.
we're making light of it, but the truth of the matter is the internet
Yeah.
has made things so impossibly, wonderfully, perfectly easy for musicians to communicate with an audience anywhere in the world. And that is a great thing, and also it can be a daunting thing, because with multiple amounts of audiences, you can be ignored by even more people. Turns out the Netherlands, according to a friend we made over there who has a radio show that he puts on every week, the Soupy Gato Show is the name of it. It's also on Facebook. I had never heard of it. He contacted us. We sent him some songs to put on there, some ones we had finished in the last year that we did at Bongo's studio, actually, because he maintains a studio as well. And we ran them, and all of a sudden it turns out we've got fans in the Netherlands. So we're going to go with that as far as we can.
That's not
It should be
awesome.
interesting. Like you
That's
said, David
awesome.
Hasselhoff as Germany, we'll have the Netherlands.
Yeah, you guys are totally getting the Netherlands. I can see it. I see it.
take a
All right,
look at
Yontz, this question is for you. Tell me here about Frank's red hat. I've seen it in everything that I looked at for you guys online, and he's wearing it today, fortunately, because I wanted to ask about
that
it.
originally happened because we had the exact same hairline until I shaved my head, so people had to tell us apart. If we're
Oh,
not
so he
standing
got
next
the-
to each other,
So that
you
they
get
could
that
tell you
hat.
apart. See, I
And
knew
then
there
I
had to be
shaved
a
my
story.
head, so we didn't.
There was a
I
moment
didn't
on
need-
some video in
yeah.
the past where I noticed both of us had the real shine going on.
Yeah, we had the shine going on with a little horseshoe cut.
And
you
I
know,
decided
yeah.
to make a change.
And I decided to change in a different way.
Because he looks old and I don't.
Yeah.
That's why.
Okay, okay, I see.
That's all. Yeah.
So speaking of which, you guys do all original work, and you have a new CD coming out that's going to
Yes.
feature your new original work.
That's right.
I'd love to
Thank you
hear
for
some
asking.
more about that.
Yeah, well, do you want to mention it? I think we've
Yeah,
got
we
a-
hope to have it out August 1st, and we have either 10 or 11 tracks. We haven't decided yet. Probably
You'll
11.
be surprised.
And we're recording it all ourselves.
Nice.
We're mixing it all ourselves. We're probably going to master it all ourselves, and
Wow.
we'll get it printed locally. And they will be for sale from our Reverb Nation page. There will be a link, reverbnation.com, Triplicity NC. They will be on iTunes and CD Baby, and there'll be a few hard copies too. People still buy hard copies.
People do.
People do?
Yeah.
Still.
Okay.
The one thing we probably
I'll
won't
send
do.
one to my mom.
Right, right.
That's
Probably
great.
won't do vinyl, but other than that, it'll be available everywhere else.
Okay. Oh, well, that's great. I'll definitely
And
going
I
down.
want to
with
mention
that.
it's our first full-length release. We've had a couple of other, I guess you'd call them EPs even now, that had 4 or 5 songs on them. This is our first official. It's our debut, if you will.
Okay.
So we're very excited about it. And we can't say enough about it, which is why I'm still talking about it.
Yeah. Well, thank you guys so much for
Well, thank
talking
you.
with the set
Thank you.
list.
This-
It's great getting to know you, and look forward to hearing more of you as the CD comes out. And thanks so much.
Thank you. Appreciate it. Take care. Once again, thank you. We're at Triplicity.
All right, thank you.
I got this lanyard out of nowhere.